Alright, good deal. Alrighty. I hope you guys have been enjoying your fantastic Monday. I am King Rhodes, and we are about to run the Great Circus Mystery Starring Minnie and Minnie. Quick intro to the game real quick. Y'all can play as Mickey or Minnie for the first time in this 3-game series. And you can also... excuse me, well, what I meant is the background now of the game. You can start your game on that screen, so the timer doesn't start until you click character select. So now we're going to go through the game, and you're at the circus. That's the whole game, and Mickey and Minnie get to the circus, and you're wondering what's going on. And you're going to go on an adventure and figure out what is wrong with the circus and find your friends. So this game is a generic standard platformer, and you go... And you're going to see here in a minute, you're going to fight a little mini-boss. And after each boss fight that you have, the mini-boss, you continue a little bit more platforming, and then you have a main boss at the end of the game. So the first guy, the little fireballer guy, we can speed this up by hitting him a little sooner. You jump off of his nose and you jump back and forth. He takes 8 hits, so we're down to 6. So we got number 7 and last ones are here, and we're already done the first boss fight of the game. So now we're going to get the first costume. So there's 3 costumes in this game that you can get. We're going to get a little vacuum outfit here. So this is the least costume we're going to see outside of actually having... like no outfit. So we're never a no outfit. Only time you'll see that is if I make a mistake and actually quick switch. And I don't mean to quick switch. So the vacuum, just like you can tell, just sucks up enemies. And we're going to use this for the boss. So each costume has certain boss fights require different costumes. We're going to see this one more time later into the run. But after this, we're never really going to use this again. So that's a little platform in there, so we got to watch out for the little Pete. I was off on the cycle, so I actually took damage there. Normally, if you catch it just a little bit earlier, you can miss it. Excuse me. So now we're going into this next section here. So we find the first actual boss fight of the game. So this lion's going to break out of its little cage, and we're going to hit it, and we're going to suck all of its hair up. We want this top piece to go first. Okay. So we got a lot off of it, so you can hit its nose when you suck all its hair off, otherwise it'll spin and you can take damage. One hit from dying here. We got it. We land, hit close, change our clothes before we go on the next one. So that's the end of the first level. So that pretty much stays with the standard form of the whole game. Is there's 6 levels, 5 of the levels have a mini-boss, then you fight a boss, and you go from there. Now, all the bosses have a lot of RNG, surprisingly, in this game, which makes it unfriendly to run. However, this is the very beginning from the game, from the standpoint of that the platforming is very easy and it's very easy to memorize. It's very short, so there's not a lot of stuff in between each boss fight, and we just got that quick speed there, so that's actually pretty good. If you jump at the right time when you come off the vine, you're able to continue your speed, and you obviously keep moving a little bit faster. Otherwise, you have a little bit of a slower walk. So that's one of the very few places that we can actually get a little bit more speed than we're supposed to get and keep it consistently. So this next mini-boss is this turtle. He has the most RNG, I think, of the mini-bosses. So basically, he can only come out of the water twice, 2 times in a row. So we're good with the 1. So after the first hit, he always stays under the water for the second hit. So now we're going to hope that he comes out. So we want him to come out here. He comes out, so very nice. So we get him to come out, so now he's going to stay under the water no matter what. So we're on a good cycle here. So he control you by kind of giving you 1 chance to hit him instead of 2. So he can extend this fight a lot longer than it should. So now we're going to hit him here again, bounce off the shell a couple times. Little doink, now into the water, so again we want him to come back out. So that's so far perfect RNG for this fight. And then he's going to stand in the water and we got one more hit, so we should be good. So we're looking pretty good after this. So you can jump back and forth, do whatever you want to do. You don't really have to go underwater there. It's just, I've gotten used to it. It helps me get in a better spot to hit him. So that's the end of the boss. Let's go. Perfect RNG. I'll take that. So now we're doing like the first skip, one of the only skips in this whole game. So this stage section is supposed to go left and right. Instead, we're going to take damage there, jump off the snake, jump off this little vines, and we're already in the next section there. So again, you're supposed to go left and right and kind of like climb up the tree, but we're going to skip all that section there. So now we just kind of make our way down the vines, get hit by a squirrel because why not, and we keep moving forward. So this has like 3 little sections in this part of the jungle, so once we avoid this toxic gas here, we're on to the final boss already again. So there's three or four spots of this toxic gas. 4 spots. There's this here, and then there's a double coming up. You can't speed this up at all, you have to wait here. And then through the section, now we're into this next boss. Now this boss is the second trolliest boss in the game. So it takes 8 hits. We can get all 8 hits right there on the tree. Bad RNG makes him spin. We don't want him to spin at all. So then he normally takes 2 or 3 times inside the tree, kind of jumps around. And we want him to get on the tree, so there's 3 hits there. We don't want him to spin at all. I'm not high enough there, so there's 4. This is still not terrible. That is not good. He's supposed to stay to the right. So him going left is not a deal at all. So he's been trolling a little bit, but it's not the worst RNG that I've had in this boss fight by any means. I've had plenty of boss fights where I'll lose 20 to 30 seconds on that fight easily, just because he'll spin 3 or 4 times. But again, ideally it's nice for him to just stay on the tree, and then you get hit 8 times and you're good to go. But that's level 2. So now we're getting our 3rd outfit here. We're getting the Western outfit. This is the outfit we're going to be primarily in the rest of the run. Between this and jungle, we kind of switch back and forth. This outfit does the most damage when you jump on an enemy, as well as you can shoot a little gun. I wanted to jump there. You can also dash, which I'm failing at doing right now. I wanted to get on that yellow block and dash across, so you skip the whole bottom platforming there. You're also going to see me lay down quite a bit before I want to jump. So the one thing about this Western outfit is you can see Minnie kind of jumping up and down, like when she's moving. If you press jump when her character is actually off the ground, you'll miss the jump input. So it's better to always be on the ground and then jump here. So we're now in this mini boss of painting. This also has RNG. This Pete can do 2 things. He can either shoot his little eye beam, takes these books, and you just kind of jump on him from there. Or he's going to shoot fire. Fire is significantly faster than this setup here, so we want as many fires as we can. Now, there's a strat to stay underneath him, and if you jump up as soon as he comes down, you'll actually eliminate the fire animation. I haven't mastered that yet, so I'll kind of just go with the safe strat here off to the side. It still doesn't lose that, but save that much time comparatively. So we land, we change our outfit because we're going into the next section that we need the jungle outfit. So now I'm going to run past this light and jump on the backside because it just spins the room. That's this whole gimmick in this next 20 seconds is just the room spins. So you want to be on the right side of the lantern so you can jump right off this spin because you can't move from this section here. Like I can't do anything until it stops moving. So you want to be able to have Minnie be at a certain spots. So I changed back to the Western outfit. I hit this here. Oh, I missed the dash. Okay, so we're going to do a little backup strat here. I lost my charge. Which was just, I just left it just a tad early. That section, this section to me are the actually hardest platforming in the whole game, I think, from taking damage. Took a little hit there. So I actually want to be charging a little bit more than I am, because you can dash, which I think I forgot really to mention earlier on. Okay, so now we're in the next boss fight here. So I didn't dash as much as I wanted to. So anyways, we have a ghost. He can either charge you or shoot these little mini ghosts at you. We want these mini ghosts to be shot at us, so we can jump on them and do more damage. Now, a gun only does 2, jumping on him does 3. So we actually wanted to jump on him 3 times and shoot him twice. So we normally want to shoot him first, we shoot him last. Now, he had bad RNG and came at me the second time, so I'm hoping for just 3 straight ghosts out of his mouth. So we're down to 1 more here. We want him to stay here, otherwise we're going to dodge him. Okay, good. We can dodge him and he'll shoot that after he moves across screen. But, you know, we're just going to get that good luck there. So now we don't have to change our outfit from this, because the little cutscene plays that I skipped, that she comes out of the tower, she grabs on the rope with her little hook, and she slides down in the cave because the rope gets cut. So that's how we end up in a cave. So we don't have to change our outfit at the end of the level in order to get to our jungle outfit, because it defaults it at the end of that screen. We normally change outfits though at the end of the levels, because it's a faster transition to change as it's closing, because it'll still do its closing animation. So level will end faster, and we don't have to watch that full animation of actually changing our outfit at the beginning of the level. So now we're in the only auto-scrolling part of the game, and we're actually going to take an intentional death here. So this section's supposed to make us change back to our Western outfit. We use our gun to shoot these little Mickey Mouse blocks. They break the blocks and you go through. Well, we don't want to actually change the outfit, because it costs us time to change each time, because then we have to change back again for this next section here. So we just take the intentional death. It death warps us on top of the next platform that we're supposed to be on, and we're good to go. So that's hopefully the only death that I have in this run. Now, taking damage and dying is not the worst thing. It's not a massive time loss. And game over is actually pretty nice in this game too. So we're going to do another little damage boost here. We're going to get hit that way. Okay, got it good. We want to do a little turn back in the air, because it pushes us forward and we can actually run faster the other direction there. Our invincibility will last long enough to allow us to stay through. We're going to finish this little platformer right here, jumping up the walls, change back to our Western outfit for this next fight here. And then after the fight, we're going to change straight back. And again, the reason for it is, with the Western outfit, we do more damage when we jump on them. So that's what we want here. And it's hard to jump on them sometimes. Okay. So I'm going to change when it breaks, because it can actually skip the animation of going to the side. So it's a little bit faster there. So we want to jump just low enough to dodge those little hooks, because she'll grab those hooks instead, and then actually slower, so you swing on the hook, then jump underneath it. So good platforming here. So we're going to change back to a Western outfit, and we're about to fight the boss. So there's only one little mini section there, so it's not too bad. We're going to dash into the boss fight. And now we're into the 4th fight here. So we're fighting a dinosaur. Alright, so he's also RNG. A lot of things can be RNG with this fight. So he's going to have his little scales on his back kind of come to life, as you're going to see here in a minute. He can be in 3 different positions when he comes out. So we don't want him to be up there, because got him. It's kind of hard to hit up top. You have to jump just right. But we can use these little guys. So I'm just going to shoot him just to avoid it. We can use these little guys to project ourselves up onto them, so there we go. That's what we want. Dying here is not going to actually cost any time, because he's not even coming out. This boss fight's not going as planned here. And then he can do... Oh my goodness. Alright. So we're just going to get a lot of extra cycles, no big deal. We like seeing the nice little green dinosaur. There we go. So, back to trolling. He can come out up the middle, or he can come out low. Obviously, middle and low is perfect because we don't have to worry about the position of these guys. If I go for the hit when he's up top, then I have to get it just right or jump off the green guys. So we got a good positioning there. So if those guys aren't in the right spot or he comes out too soon, it can be kind of chaotic. So we're just going to play this safe, and I'm going to keep shooting him since I've already missed him twice. Like, I don't want to have to keep waiting for him to come out. Because he can also completely not come out as well. So he can definitely affect you there. So we lost a little bit of time there, but that's not the end of the world. We've had good RNG in other fights, so I'll take what we got here. So now we move into like the little ice world here. So we're going to dash through those guys. And we're going to do this. The water will rise up and down throughout this section here. And we're going to shoot these icicles. Now I'm taking intentional damage here to skip waiting for the water to come back up. Get me an extra hearts. We're full health. We didn't even take damage. Look at that. Now, we're on what I call a spinner of death. This was the hardest boss fight for me to, like, kind of do when I first started learning this game. I would always die here. Now, he doesn't take a ton of hits. We're actually looking really good. I'm going to take some damage on purpose here. Damage boost. Look at that. Oh, come on, get up here. Oh, that was exceptionally fast. So, we took 1 damage to be able to hit him twice there. The water will rise up and down, so if you don't kill him fast enough, the water will actually lower. You will have to do one of 2 things. Change back to your jungle outfit to jump up the wall. Then change back to the western outfit for this section here. Or wait for the water to rise. I don't really know which is faster, to be honest. I just normally change and keep going. I feel like that's a little bit faster than waiting, but we were able to get the water at the top. Right there's a free 2-up, so we're going to take it because we have to go this way anyways. So that's kind of a safety strat, but I'll use that in every run that I do anyways. And I did not let me take damage 3 times there, but hey, it happens. So now I'm going to change back to my jungle outfit. We're going to grab a couple blocks, and we're going to platform our way to the final boss here. And you're going to really, really enjoy this final boss. So besides the ape in the jungle level, this boss is the big run killer. Because no matter what you do, you can significantly lose a lot of time. Runs come here to die all the time. So now we're taking our vacuum. Our only other time we're going to be using the vacuum here. So with the giant cloud. Oh, he's going to troll me here. So, okay, that's fine. So he can shoot lightning bolts, he can shoot ice, or he can shoot, he can come down. Now when he comes down, we can suck him up. If he doesn't come down, we can't suck him up. So I've learned though that when he's in a cycle, if I can actually come up there and hit him with the vacuum, he'll stop his cycle and he may or may not come down. It's kind of like speeds up that process. The worst part about this boss fight is he can actually get bigger by coming and going. I can't do anything here when he comes up like that. So we're down to the last hit, so we're actually looking pretty good RNG-wise. I had a little bit of bad movements. I want him to come down. Come on down. Come on, little buddy. Come on. Come on. He went back, so now he can get bigger on his own. And there it is. So I'm going to be careful here. Can't do anything there. Look at this. This RNG is brutal. Came back down, so this should be the final hit, but he disappeared enough that it wasn't. So we split there. Alright. So we finally got past the RNG boss. So right there, that run's dead, like, in theory, when you're in an actual attempts for a PB. And you can't do anything. That's the bad thing about this. That late and compared to this run, when you can't affect anything. But now we're on to the final stage of the game. Alright, so unlike the other levels, this now has 2 mini-bosses, and then it has a 2-phase final fight. So now we find who's behind this. Baron Pete. He's hiding in this castle. So now we're going to make our way through the castle, and we're going to kill Baron Pete. That's our goal. So let's see if we hit this. So I want to jump, short jump, and override. Cool. So that's a little tight window that I just started implementing in some of my runs. I used to take damage by that swing and spike ball to put me in a better spot, but we can finally hit that quick jump. So this level is going to also have us change in and out outfits a few times. So we started in the jungle. We're going to go to the western outfits, make our way to the first little mini boss. We're going to dash here. We're going to hold, charge up our dash one more time. Dash in the room right here. And we're our first fight. Now, kind of to build off what Lee Hawk said last run when he was playing Demon Quest, this game is also made by Capcom, and Capcom does like to reuse bosses, so we got the flamethrower again. I missed one jump on him, but it's alright. So I also like this fight for the western outfit because you can just land on the ground and keep shooting them, and it does pretty good. So now we're just going to kind of walk our way to the next little section here, and we're going to get another repeat boss. We're going to fight the painting once again. Room's completely identical to the way it was before. And again, we're hoping for some fire. So it's the same amount of hits, nothing changes, so it's always weird to me that they reuse the exact same two bosses. And they were kind of even the easier of the mini bosses. But it would make sense that P has a portrait of himself in his own castle. So we're going to keep going off the jumping off of here, hoping for some good RNG, some good flames. And then when the fight ends, we're going to immediately switch back to our jungle outfit for the last time for the jungle. Come on, fire. This was bad RNG here, if I'm not mistaken. Fuck, with a lot of hits there. It's taking forever. There we go. Okay. So now we're into the last platforming section of the game here. It's a little bit longer than other sections. In between the boss fights, but it's still not terrible once you've learned your movement there. So we got these pillars that shoot fire out of their mouths, so I'm going to jump and do a little mini turn back each time so I can land and go. Otherwise, the fire can actually reach you on the ground, so you have to wait for it to disappear. So that's a way for us to speed up the process of moving past them. Then we have these little cannons with faces. When their eyes open, they'll shoot, so we know exactly when they're going to shoot. We can make our way up. And we're done with the platforming, and we're going to switch to the western outfit our last time during the boss fights. So here we are, our final boss of the game. We got Baron Pete. So we got to hit him and destroy his crown. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to take damage here. Those things are incredibly hard to avoid. We actually wanted this hit to come through right here where the frogs will come out. But it's alright. So that's phase one. Halfway done. Now the final phase of the game, he turns himself into a giant dragon. And we're just going to jump off him a bunch of times. We're going to shoot him in the face, jump, and then we're going to be done here. There's 2, 3. Oh, I took damage there. So we're probably going to die. I don't want to die here. Sometimes the fire hitboxes are a little weird. And I did not expect him to move into me. It's okay. So his movement pattern is not what I'm used to at all. That was an extremely long boss fight, but hey, we got through it, and that's the end of the run. Alright. So now Baron Pete gets, transformed into his little mystical ball. And we take the ball out here, and it just kind of goes through the cutscene at the end of the game here. So Baron Pete's finally made his match. It kind of goes through. We can't skip all this stuff going through here. So I want to thank you all for watching this game here. I want to thank Feasel for putting together the Speed Gaming community, for allowing me to even be on this and showcase this game. This is a game that means a lot to me. I remember playing this when I was a lot younger. And that's what's kind of that got me into speedrunning, was I play my games that I always kind of have a little bit of a sentimental attachment to. And everything like that. Now, if anyone's ever interested in speedrun this game, please reach out to me. The community is incredibly small. I'm currently the only active runner in this game. It's a very beginner-friendly game, minus the RNG and stuff like that. So I really, really would like to get some people to try to play this a little bit more, and all that stuff. But now we're at my favorite part of the game. So we have this ball. They want to play some fetch. The last little bit of credits here. Minnie's going to walk out here, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to yeet Baron Pete all the way out to the mountains, and there we go. So that is it. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching this. This was fun. I enjoyed being able to do this. So that's kind of does it for me. I got nothing else really, I guess, to say or mention on here, so we can turn it back over to Feast or whatever we're going to do next. So thank you guys.